And I think we're live.
Yay! Hello.
How's it going? Good. You doing well?
Yeah, sorry, I was reading what they were writing.
Okay, so
The soy face?
The soy face, because I was making it like a face like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know what they meant by that.
Yeah, but his name is Arse, so I think we should just assume the worst. But anyway, g'day everybody. My name's Matt Fradd. This is my bride, Cameron Fradd. We are in we're in our spare bedroom right now recording this with a bottle of Jameson.
It's my Among the Lilies background. Get it? We are among lilies.
I literally just got that.
Did you not realize that?
I never realized that until just then.
That's why I picked this wallpaper. It's nice that we could both fit in the frame too. I didn't know if we could do that. But
this is good. All right, so we're doing this quick little live stream right now to let you guys know that we're doing a river cruise in France next year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You looked at me and I'm like, oh crap, maybe it's Russia. Hopefully
no, it's
not Russia.
France.
And, if you guys want to come, we'd love to have you join us for 10 days, traveling all over France, eating croissants, drinking wine,
delicious,
whatever
yummy
else they
wine,
do over there.
pastries.
Yes. And we'll tell you all about it. We want to kind of go through the schedule. But first of all, we want to let you know, if you click the link in the description below, that'll take you to a public page on Patreon where you can download the PDF.
And someone just asked if Lord's part of it. Yes,
Ooh.
you can add Lord's as part of the tour, and then you're with us longer than 9 or 10 days. It's more like 14 days, so
now,
buckle up.
First of all, you went on this cruise last year.
Yes, loved it.
And I was at home with the kids.
And I loved you for
drinking
that.
copiously. No, it was actually great. And it was fine. And you said it was an amazing experience. And I doubted you because I have always rejected people's offers to go on a pilgrimage. The idea of going on a pilgrimage, I'll go on a pilgrimage on my own, but the idea of getting in a bus with a bunch of people, no.
It's not
I
enjoyable.
don't want to do it.
But the beautiful thing about this is the majority of the time you're not on a bus.
Woo!
You have to take a bus in the beginning to get to the zoo. But we'll like Uber or something, so you don't need to worry about that because we're going to fly in early so we're not jet lagged because you don't want to see us jet lagged. We want to be
especially me.
Well rested and smiley faces to welcome you into France.
Yep.
And then it's just like a couple little short buses, but the vast majority of the time you are on a gorgeous riverboat cruise, which is the perfect size. Like I think it's like 100 people max, and I think that's including us and the staff. Like it's not a lot of people, so it's really enjoyable.
Cool.
The river cruise ship is just the perfect size where you see everyone, you get to know everyone really well. I think I went with 50 people and I knew everyone's name by the end. And the dining room is gorgeous. It's 5-star dining.
Really?
Yeah. There's an amazing chef. There's multiple of them. Every
That's
night
incredible.
you choose, breakfast is amazing.
Tell me about breakfast, Cameron Fradd.
So you wake up and breakfast, they have these gorgeous breakfast pastries, croissants, baguettes, is that the big long ones?
Yeah.
All fresh, delicious. So many different smelly cheeses, and I don't even like smelly cheeses.
I love smelly cheeses.
But French smelly cheeses are delicious. So good. There's a guy that'll make you omelets however you want. There's a bunch of different meats and fruit and
see, already
and
I'm ready
coffee,
to go to France.
Amazing
If
coffee.
we never got off the boat, this sounds great.
I know. Amazing coffee, and it's just, it's just delicious and amazing. And and then you start your day in whatever place we're in, and you go and you explore and you see amazing saints. So many beautiful, holy, amazing saints.
Just give people like a quick list of the places we're going that are exciting. As quickly as possible. Go.
Paris.
Wow.
Honfleur.
So like the miraculous medal.
Catherine Labouré. Saint Vincent de Paul. Saint Therese of Lisieux. Saint Zoe.
To a house? Is that right?
Saint Zélie. Louise. Joan of Arc. There's so many.
And we're going to go to the University of Paris where Thomas Aquinas taught. We're also going to go where St. Dominic was. We're hoping while at the University of Paris to look at some of the autographs, which means the original works, right, of Thomas Aquinas. We're going to have a Dominican friar on board celebrating Holy Mass every day. Everybody on the boat will be part of our group. It's not like, if you've ever been on one of those big... Have you already said this?
No, I haven't. No.
Because we've done 2 podcasts now and I forget.
We said it on my podcast.
So if you've ever been on a big cruise ship before, you realize that you're one group among many. we are going to have the entire boat. So everybody who's on this boat is either staff or people part of this Pints with Aquinas retreat.
So you don't have to have those awkward moments of when you're trying to walk to adoration and you see 50 bums on your way because there's all these people in
bums.
Bikinis. Gotcha. No, like they're bums because they wear very immodest bathing suits on. No one's doing that unless you're planning on bringing your immodest bathing suit. And please don't, because there's not a pool on the ship. So
is there not? Okay.
No. So, I mean, if you bring a bathing suit to lay out, we'll all just point and laugh. So don't do it.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. It's such a beautiful, gorgeous cruise ship.
One thing I want to do is lead a book study every morning.
Sure, do it.
So like morning coffee over in Paris or France, wherever we are, just reading through a particular work. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'll be really easy to do on the cruise ship.
Rachel just said, one-piece bathing suits, let's go! No one's ever been that excited about a one-piece bathing suit.
I have a really nice one from Land's End that I enjoy.
Yeah, you do. It looks good.
Technically, it's 2 pieces, but it's a skirt and a tankini, so it looks like a one-piece.
So the whole point of this video is to invite you to come to France with my wife and I and our 4 children next summer, traveling in France, eating bread, eating cheese, drinking a ton of wine, Holy Mass every day.
Yeah, and we're bringing a beautiful holy priest with us, Father Joseph Anthony. He's a Dominican. Yeah. Why are you laughing?
I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm just excited. Check this out. So I want to show everybody. This is the lovely pamphlet that you'll see. Look at the 2 of us there.
Well,
it almost looks like we're standing in front of a church, which we weren't. Where was that taken? That was this Easter.
That was Easter. I think it was in front of, actually maybe in front of our church or maybe in front of our house. I'm not sure.
I think it was in front of our house. Hardly the point, though, is it?
No, not the point.
All right, let's go through the itinerary. May 31st, depart USA. What's that like?
Well, it's like flying within America, but then you get on a plane and you're no longer in America. You go over the ocean.
Gotcha.
It's an international flight.
June 1st, welcome to France, Paris, and Lisieux. Or, if you're an American, Lasso, which is fine. I'm not judging because I don't know how to pronounce half of this stuff. We celebrate Mass at the Carmel Convent and settle into our hotel for a good night's rest. Overnight, Lisieux. June 3rd, we go...
So the Carmel Convent, is where St. Therese was. Like all the Carmelites there. It's, lovely. We'll probably get to meet 1 or 2 of the Carmelites.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
So then Lisieux, and then we go to Saint, is it Michel?
I think so.
Michael?
So it's Saint Michael, but I believe they say Saint Michel.
Okay, so this is this gorgeous church that looks like it's rising out of the ocean, right?
Yes, it's an island, this monastery. It's beautiful.
So we're going to go there.
And it's very, very, very old.
June 3rd, Lisieux, Honfleur, and French gastronomy, which sounds like...
Your gastro system.
Yeah.
So maybe cheese messes with your gastro system?
Is that what that means?
I don't know.
All right, let's read this, even though I'm blind. I'm going to zoom in. Wow, I just ruined everything. Our exploration of Lisieux this morning includes a visit to Les Buissonnets. I'm so sorry. I'm not making fun. I'm making fun of me for not knowing how to say these words. I'm sorry if you're French.
If you're French, tell us how to say it. Put how you pronounce something. That would be great. But can I tell you?
Yes.
Therese's childhood home was amazing because I didn't have a strong devotion to her before, but she just, instead of being like this untangible, unrelatable girl, like I saw her for her human side, right? Yeah. Like she was human. She was a little girl just like my little girls. And she lived in this house at the ages of my little girls. So I'm so excited to bring our girls there and to see her childhood home. It's very humble. You could see toys she played with. You could see her hair. They actually have her hair on the wall.
That's cool.
You could see where she was when she was sick in her sick bed. You get to see chickens and bunnies in their yard and just these gorgeous flowers and just be inspired.
See the magnificent Basilica of St. Therese and the crypt. Is the Basilica actually beautiful or is it one of these modern atrocities?
It's absolutely beautiful and amazing.
And the crypt.
So is the crypt.
What's
and
cool?
Who's in the crypt?
You told me earlier who was in the crypt.
I'll give you a hint. It's her
parents. Beautiful. Oh, golly, here's our giant dog. Please don't knock the camera over. Sit. No, it's okay. He's probably fine. Stay. He's a very large dog, everybody at home. He's a black Russian terrier. And if you think terrier is small, oh, bugger.
It's okay. He's not going to touch the camera. He'll go over there and lay
on
the carpet.
Good boy. No, don't come over here. God, he's going to hit the camera. Sit. Sit. All right, let me see if I can show.
We're not going to bring our dog on the trip.
Let me see if I can show him.
Not...
Let me see if I can show them what he looks like.
Oh, you know what? I think I have it on here.
No. Oh, he's sitting down. No, we're good. We're good. Gee, that was bloody. He's like 120 pounds, our dog, you have to understand. All right. Oh, by the way, you don't have to be vaccinated.
Yes. You can come if you're vaccinated.
Sure,
Feel
no
free
judgment.
to come. No judgment. But if you're not vaccinated, you can still come, which is amazing.
Honfleur. I want to learn more about... See, this is funny. I got equally as excited when I read Saint Therese and Crypt as when I read Cider and Cheese. Tell us about the cider and cheese since you were there last year.
It's delicious and amazing.
Really?
I'm not a big smelly cheese person, but it was so good.
Now, what about...
Like I'll buy certain cheeses from like Trader Joe's and I'm like, ooh, this is a fancy cheese. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I hate it. I don't think I had a cheese there that I didn't like. I love them all.
Yeah. I want to get into our car, drive to Kroger, buy a bunch of cheese and eat. Would you do that with me tonight? Right now?
I'm not going to Kroger. You can.
I'll do it, but will you drink wine with me tonight?
Yes.
Okay. Let's eat all the cheese. I'm going to get the stinkiest bloody cheese. This is what happens when you get older.
I don't like stinky cheeses.
When you get older, weird things that you hated as a child suddenly become delightful. Like cigars. You'd love cigars.
I do.
No, you don't. All right, let's see. What are you looking up?
Oh, look. This is me on the...
What are you going to do,
with Eiffel Tower. I don't know, maybe.
I don't think they can see that.
Well...
Normandy beaches.
I was going to show them a picture of Max. Oh, look. Here is an example of just one of the cocktails you can have on the ship.
I'll do that while you tell them about the cocktails.
Okay.
They can't see that. Just, cocktails. Go.
The cocktails are amazing and delicious. So I just had a photo. Let me look.
Why do you
because I want to know what it was. So it's beautiful. Oh, there was like a little piece of fruit. It does look like a sunset, and it was delicious. And what's really fun is it's cocktails that I wouldn't know to order, but they're from the region. And then different nights have different themes, and they give us these delicious cocktails. And we had someone from the group that was that doesn't drink. I don't know if they're a pioneer, alcoholic. I don't know the backstory. But they always made her a beautiful, delicious drink, which I just thought was really sweet. And there's a pregnant woman they do the same thing for too. And so they just put a lot of care into it, and it's just delicious, fun drinks. And one night there was a giraffe in my drink. Not a real giraffe, a pretend giraffe. Just so you know. You spit all over my arm. That was funny. But I collected the little giraffes and gave them to my kids. It was a fun, cheap souvenir. It was free.
All right, I'm so sorry I spat all over you, but who says not a real giraffe? How big is that glass? All right, Normandy beaches. Let's go quickly. Rouen.
Normandy beaches is where this World War II. It's amazing, wonderful, really powerful to see. No, it wasn't just us. You had troops there too. New Zealand, Canada. There was other people. I forget who all was there. I mean, obviously the Germans, but they were on the wrong side.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it right now. It was devastated by fire and plague. The English occupied it during the 100 Years' War, at which time the French heroine, Joan of Arc, maybe I'm reading too far, was tried for heresy and burned at the stake.
Okay, you're reading about Rouen.
Catholic Church. During World War II, Allied bombing raids laid waste to large parts of the city. I'm reading the wrong part. Doesn't matter. All right, cool. So
my grandfather, Grandpa Ray, came upon the Normandy beaches. He came on shore at Omaha, which is one of the Normandy beaches, which is just amazing. So cool. And I'm sure some of you. Fun fact, I didn't know this, or I would have done it. There was other people that like ordered flowers ahead of time and then brought them and laid them there's a memorial to everyone that served there, and I don't know, the woman that did that found that really moving and beautiful.
This person says, I'd like to come, take it, no one will mind if I wear a bikini. Well, speaking of bikinis in France, do you know what happened with the first runway model who displayed the bikini?
No.
It's a true story. They had to pay a prostitute to wear it because no respectable woman would wear it, just saying. So,
none of the girls on the runway would wear it.
It's true, yeah. Wow. True story, look it up. But we'll just leave you with that. Next one, on-board retreat with the Fradds. We're going to lead a retreat. Holy crap, what month is this? June?
June.
Okay, yeah. I'll be 39. That's good. I won't be in my 40s yet. Like you.
Just so you know, that didn't hurt. That the sound effect.
It hurt a lot. I'm just really trying not to cry because people will make fun of me on the internet. If the internet can choose between mockery and sympathy, they will always choose the former. Okay, day 8, Paris. Day 9, Melun and Fontainebleau. Fontainebleau. Stop us if any of this is cool. Lourdes! We're going to
Paris
Lourdes.
Is pretty darn amazing.
Bring it on.
So is Fontainebleau.
All right.
I've actually never been there. You get to see
what? Sorry.
There was another saint in there, Saint Genevieve.
There's so many saints. There's a ton of them.
Saint Vincent de Paul, his incorruptible body, you get to go see. Saint Catherine Laboure, who
there's just saints everywhere.
The miraculous medal, right? Her order. You get to see her beautiful nuns.
Yeah.
There's so many amazing, beautiful.
We would love you
such
all to
cool
come with
things.
us. Click the link in the description below to learn more. Now, it's a ton of money. That's when
It
I
is.
saw it, I freaked out.
It's expensive, but here's the thing. It's
Okay, let's look at how much it is first. Let's
Okay.
not just who's knocking on our door?
I don't
This
know.
is the
One
problem
of the kids
with
can get
having
it, maybe.
your.
Or do you want me to go get it?
No, stay here.
Max is gonna get
Yeah.
it. Thanks,
All right,
buddy.
so here's the prices. This is a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, and it's even more money if you want to pay with a credit card. So do
What's
the cash price.
Okay, what's the cheapest way someone can come?
The cheapest way you can come is doing a main deck, not the upper deck. I had a main deck room and I loved it. It was amazing and beautiful. It's not like I one time did a regular cruise and like I didn't have windows, and that was really claustrophobic and not nice. This has a big, massive window. It's still really nice. So if you want to do the main deck land only, but then you have to go through the hassle of booking your own flights, but maybe you already live in Europe, so it's cheaper.
Oh, I see.
So that's $4,695. And then
but you have to pay your flights for that one.
yes.
Okay.
So the $5,395, that includes your flights. So you fly from here, from the United States over, maybe Canada's the same. I don't know. You can ask them when you sign up and figure out whether or not you want to book your own flights or them book your flights.
Okay.
But $1,000 round trip from here to France sounds like what you're going to spend anyhow, right?
Don't answer that door.
Okay.
Why don't people give up after the second round of knocking? How important can it be?
I don't know. Are you expecting anyone?
That's a good point, though. I wouldn't have thought.
I ordered stuff from Kroger.
Oh yeah, go get it quickly. All right, I'm gonna look up right now. Return. Well, let me just go back over here while I look it up. Dude, this is great. All right, return flight to France. What is a cheap ticket? All right, I know that this is boring for you guys, and I would like to apologize, but my wife is getting groceries downstairs, okay? And let's see, search. Leaving from, let's say, Atlanta. It's still loading, people. It's still bloody loading. I'm just putting myself in.
What?
I'm just putting myself in their shoes. I'm trying to look it up. It's taking some time to load.
Oh, don't look it up. They can look it up if they
Okay,
want.
so it's about $1,500, $2,000 to fly. Return flight, I think. Is that return?
Yep. So it's cheaper.
Oh, no, that's one way. Is that one way?
I don't know. They could figure it out later. No, that's returning.
Okay.
So yeah. So it may be cheaper for you to. So what I would do, because I don't want to deal with booking my own flight, I would take the cheapest, including your airfare, is 5,000 something. I forget. We got out on the screen. But it includes your airfare. It includes all the special places that you get in because you're with us. And it includes the bus to and from this place or that place. But as I said, the majority of it, you're not on a bus. You're on a 5-star beautiful boat that is your hotel room that's moving with you, which is pretty amazing. So you can unpack your stuff, get settled, and just enjoy it. And you're not repacking bags every day. And then it includes your meals as well. Cool. There may be 1 or 2 lunches that were like at a location that you have to pay for on your own.
Sure. And
then there's optional eating on the boat.
So what you're paying for is, I'm just trying to understand because I
haven't
looked at this first because you've done most of this. So it's round trip, 10 nights in a hotel, food that's like 5-star, breakfast and dinner, and then we get to smoke cigars together. Shut up.
Yeah, and have cocktails
right
every evening together, which is really fun. And
Good.
I'm
I'm
trying
so
to think
excited.
what else. Yeah, it's great. And the people take care of everything. It's totally stress-free. You can...
Okay, when do they have to pay by it? That's what.
So right now, I think it's just a deposit of $750 that you pay now, or once the link goes live. Sorry, only our patrons can sign up right now.
Ooh, and local supporters. Continue.
Oh, and locals, which I didn't even know that was a thing. Mm-hmm. So I just started a locals, so I can put it on there. But whatever, your patrons and locals, my patrons.
All right, so they can sign up right now.
They can sign up right now.
They'll get money off.
And then in a week from now, everyone else can sign up.
Sweet.
And in the beginning, you just need to pay your deposit. And then you do, I don't know, they have like payment plans of how often you pay. And it is more expensive if you charge it with a credit card for some reason for them to process
How many
your card.
people are coming tops?
I think tops is...
I said tops. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but how many people maximum?
like 100.
Okay.
And I don't even think it's that because our family is like 10 people and father. So I want to say there's maybe 80 of y'all that can come.
Okay. So sign up quickly if you're remotely serious about this because this will go way quicker than we think it will go.
Yeah. Yeah, and get a friend to sign up with you. Like if you're husband and wife, obviously you're good, just the two of you.
Chris
But if
Vandermeer!
you're single and you want to come, pick a roommate to come with you because you have to pay extra for you to have your own room. And if you don't mind sharing with a stranger, go for it. But I wouldn't want to.
Can you and I have a room?
And then also, yeah, you and I have a room.
Sweet. Together.
Yes, for sharing. And the kids are each sharing as well.
What if a patron could spend more money? No, that gets weird.
No,
it doesn't
to
matter.
share a room with you? Absolutely not.
I don't know if anyone... Oh my gosh.
No, yeah, don't even joke about that.
Weird.
Anywho, no, I was going to say something else. What else was I going to say?
I don't know, but I'm so pumped. I'm so excited.
It really is. It's so amazing. He doesn't like
people
or we've been on a cruise before and you didn't enjoy the experience. But this, because we're the whole ship, it's really enjoyable. And your room's really nice. So if you're an introvert and you need quiet time, you can go to your room.
Cool.
That's okay.
Okay, super chat. Thank you, LM. Says, do you have to be a fraddismatic to join the trip?
No.
You can be any kind of Catholic you want. We have a Dominican friar coming on who'll celebrate Holy Mass for us.
You don't actually have to be Catholic to come. I brought an evangelical friend with me last time. She loved it and had a really good time.
Cool. Yeah, everyone's welcome.
Yeah. There will be daily mass offered.
So this is going to be great, man. I can't wait. I'm pumped up like a pair of Reebok sneakers in the mid-90s.
And another cool fact, just to let you know, if you want to stay longer, you can. So even if you don't want to come to Lourdes with us, you can stay in Paris longer. You can tell the Select International Cruise, you can say, I want to spend 5 more nights. So they'll book your return flight 5 days later. Or some people took an extra 2 weeks and did more traveling and then still flew out of Paris. You can do that. Or you can do the same from Lourdes. You can say, I want to stay there longer. So I feel like once you're already in Europe, you want to stay there as long as you can. So you can do that. No, you're fine. My hair's just getting
beautiful. Well, that's it. Click the link in the description. It'll take you to a public page on Patreon. You can get the PDF, learn more, sign up soon if you're serious about coming.
Did you want to read any more questions or comments or no?
Yeah, we can do that. All right. Emily Harrison says, so we're just taking Q&A now. So we've done talking about France.
France is amazing.
Or France,
wonderful.
depending on whose side you're on. But we'll read some Q&A here from the old questions.
You kind of have my lipstick on.
That wasn't your lipstick. That was your cheek stick.
Oh, my cheap stick. There you go. You have foundation on your lip.
All right. I'll stop kissing you. All right. Emily says, I need prayers, everyone. I'm really struggling to cling on to the faith. Bless you, my beautiful sister. There's no other Catholics around.
That's hard.
My sister, I know what that's like. When I became a Catholic, I was baptized a Catholic. But in the year 2000, when I was 17 years old, I came to Christ, or he came to me at World Youth Day in Rome, and I came back to Australia. And my only source of fellowship was like a 30-year-old woman, and which was old to me at the time.
Yeah,
That's
now,
funny.
Now
I wouldn't be friends with a 30-year-old. Wow, I have it all over my lips.
I know, I told you.
And my bishop, he was my other source of fellowship. So I know what it's like to not have fellowship.
Yeah.
But bless you. We love you.
If you can come on the cruise, do it, because you'll be surrounded by
10 days of
Catholics.
sweet fellowship.
Actually, the women that went on my cruise still have a group meet, and everyone talks to each other and gets back in touch with one another. And they live all over the country, and it's fun. They follow up with each other.
John the Catholic says you can go to Cologne in Germany, a university founded by Albert the Great. That's right. That's exactly right. We could do that, but we're not going to. But we could, but we're not going to. But we could, but we're not going to. But we could. Tips on being a manly Catholic. I don't know. Have a penis.
Stop.
Be a saint. What else? I mean, I don't understand really what you mean. Ask a more direct question. Where might one acquire a t-shirt like yours?
Theotokos.
I found it on Etsy. So,
do you know the guy's name?
Type in, my lips are still kind of silver.
Yeah, I noticed.
Type in Orthodox t-shirts and you'll probably find this fella or lady, whoever it is. Was that the Kroger people?
That was Kroger people, yeah. I did a online delivery from Kroger because I didn't want to go to the store. Somebody said, do you want to go to Kroger? I'm like, nope. That's why I did online delivery.
Why are there only 176 people watching? That was a great thumbnail we came up with.
I know.
Soy boy
people
face
are
and
busy.
everything.
It's dinner time. It's 6 p.m. People will watch it later.
Isn't the University of Paris woke now, though? Maybe, but Thomas Aquinas was there, and we're going to go there. So whether it's woke or not, let's go and offend everybody with
It
our
has
rosaries.
a beautiful library. It has a beautiful library, lots of amazing books in it, and
greetings from Germany. Please pray for the church here. Calm, Lord Jesus. Mm-hmm. He is right. What does that mean?
That it's woke. That the university's more woke.
Is that what you meant, Sarah? Is that what you meant?
I think so. Yeah. I didn't go there last time, but Paris was so amazing. Like, and I've never been someone that's like looking forward to going to Paris, but we do a night cruise, one night on the cruise, we do a night cruise where you literally, through certain bridges, you have to lay your chair down. So it's like one of those reclining chairs, and you have to lay it down when you go under the bridges because you're so close. But the rest of the time you can sit up and look, and Paris is just all lit up at night, and it's gorgeous. Old castles and churches and the Eiffel Tower, and it's just beautiful. And
good bread.
And delicious, amazing food, yes.
Chris says, you mentioned cigars. What type are you into at the moment? All cigars. Love all cigars.
I don't like any
too
cigars.
Much. But Jacob's Ladder by Southern Draw is one of my favorite cigars right now. Kurt says, it's midnight where I'm at. Sweet, Kurt. I'm so glad you're watching us, man. Good to have you here. Hey, watching from Saskatchewan.
We've both been to Saskatchewan.
We've both been to Saskatchewan.
Saskatoon. I had one of my best friends is from there, and I was in a wedding there.
Artwork by Aram says, do you think that salvation can be a gradual process, or is it instantaneous? Can it go both ways depending on the person's relationship with Christ? So, okay, without being prepared to give an apologetic answer, I would say that the scriptures speak of salvation as a process. So when we come into relationship with Christ, we're saved. But St. Paul also talks of being saved, and he also speaks of being saved in the end, right? So it's a sort of past, present, future process. So when you say, can it be gradual process, it's sort of both and, I think.
And if you like artwork, we're also going to Monet's hometown.
Oh, yeah, Monet.
Because his name was like artwork something.
Hey, we have an Aussie. What's up, Aussie?
Hey.
What's your favorite Australian saying, baby?
Oh my goodness, there's so many.
Do you remember any?
Yes, I remember so many. But I'm trying to think of one that's not offensive. Most of them. I was looking up Peter Coombe today for my kids. Oh, it's not on Apple Play, unfortunately not. But yeah, I was looking for brush your teeth with orange juice. Random thing. I found an Australian song that I downloaded for the kids to listen to, and they were loving it. It's all about Vegemite.
Sweet. So Paris is the most magical city.
It really is. Like, I know people have always said that, and I wasn't expecting
Okay,
it.
We've got an answer to this. This lady or fella says, any new movies you think are solid, not woke agenda? Let me tell you about a movie that isn't woke, but also isn't great.
Oh, don't do it. Don't
do it.
Oh,
we don't work for them. Tell them.
We don't work for them, but we were maybe a little disappointed in Daily Wire's new film.
Wasn't good.
What's it called?
Terror on the Prairie.
Terror on the Prairie. Let me tell you what I loved about it, okay? The camera shots were beautiful and amazing. The scenery was gorgeous. There were so many gorgeous pictures. It was way overly gory and gruesome. I didn't see a need for that.
I didn't either, but that wasn't what I didn't like.
There wasn't a connection to the characters. Like, we didn't really know, like, especially the wife was beautiful and amazing. What's her name from?
Oh, she's so delightful.
I forget her name.
Gina Carano?
Yeah, there you go.
She's such a beautiful woman.
She was amazing. She carried the film, for sure.
Not really. The film wasn't carried. It wasn't good.
She was the best actress in the film, for sure.
She was the only woman in the film except for the whore. Can you name another character that was a female?
At the end, there was little girls dancing at the house that was being built. It just wasn't good. I wish that they had chosen to do something beautiful. The other one, what was the other one that we really liked?
What's another good film? Oh, the last one they did was really good, about when that fella tries to break in and she's trapped in the cabinet.
In the pantry. She's stuck in the pantry. What was the name of that?
I forget.
That one was really good.
Daily Wire has like 3 movies. You'll figure it out, everybody.
Yeah.
Have you been to Fatima, Portugal? No, but I'd love to. But we are going to Lourdes. Come with us.
I'm so excited. We've never been to Lourdes, and there is an optional extension to Lourdes, which hindsight I wish I had done last time.
Mike says, is that whiskey? Yeah! It is.
Mine is really watered down because I put a lot of ice in it, and I prefer it this way,
drink
to be honest.
It real quick, and we'll go again. Just slam it.
I'm good. No, thank you.
All right.
Yep, that's the girl's name.
Pints with Aquinas. Sorry.
Oh, but Matt Walsh's What is a Woman? I recommend that. That was really good.
Was fantastic.
It's more of like is it a documentary? What do you call that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, that was very, very well done.
Ben Phil says, my wife is... Sorry, love.
No, you're okay. Someone mentioned to us that the new MacGyver movie is really good.
What?
We haven't seen it, though.
MacGyver?
No, not MacGyver. Nope, that's not what I meant. Top Gun.
Oh, funny that you said
MacGyver.
Why would you say MacGyver?
I have no idea. Top Gun is what I meant. People have said it's good. We haven't seen it yet.
Watching from across the street.
Oh, but if you want a TV, if you want a TV show to watch.
24. TV peaked with 24.
24 was so good.
That's
we watched
so
it like
good.
forever ago, 15 years ago.
Just seeing
watched it again.
Solid American
really
with a good jawline punch people in the face.
Yeah.
It's terrific.
I think we should vote for him as our president. Or President Palmer.
Oh my gosh.
He was really great too. So Jack Bauer or whoever played Palmer, I don't know their real names, but either one of you should run for president of the United States of America, and you have our vote.
Matt, currently on deployment in the Navy, just ported in Hawaii, been watching Pints every day. Oh, bless you,
nice.
Lauren. I hope it's a blessing. Do a Pints with Aquinas documentary. Yeah, that'd be so funny. What would we do? What is a Dominican? I don't know. Artwork says, thanks so much for the answer, Matt. Tremendously appreciate the work that you do and hope you have a wonderful trip in Paris. Thank you so much. I hope you'll come with us. Chris, who seems like if anyone's leaning towards this trip, it's Chris. So Chris,
nice.
We will smoke a cigar together. We will drink a cocktail together. We will chat. It'll be fantastic. I hope you can come. Top Gun was so good. If you didn't watch it.
that.
Why would you say the ending, Chris? The terrorists win?
No, if you don't watch it, the terrorists win.
What does that mean? I don't know. Does it mean like the woke people win?
Maybe. Is it non-woke?
Watching from Scotland. Have you went down to the catacombs? No, I haven't. Love your topics. Thank you. I guess.
President Palmer. Yeah, he's someone else that watched.
Star Wars right now.
Keith Sullivan. Thank you. That's his name.
Yeah, Star Wars is crap. Stop watching it. Lauren says, definitely a blessing. Thank you. Usually download your videos and save them so I can watch them at sea. Oh, Lauren, I'm so honored. Thank you so much. And thank you for... I know it's super cliche. I don't even know if you like being told this, but thank you for serving our country.
Yeah, that's huge. Thank you.
But afraid of you getting cancelled, this person says. Yeah, well, maybe I will. Who cares? I just got suspended from Twitter last night. And then I got unsuspended this morning.
Well, I've never suspended you, and I won't cancel you. So that's more important than anyone on here.
Way more important.
No offense to all you people watching.
Will Father Gregory Pine come? No, he won't. But it will be a Dominican priest, and he will be celebrating Holy Mass.
His name's Father Joseph Anthony, and you will love him. He's like Father Gregory Pine, but according to my kids, funnier.
Pray that singles may eventually have a good marriage like Matt and Cameron. Usually I would offer a disparaging comment at this point, like a self-effacing comment, but I freaking love our marriage.
We have a good marriage.
I like you a lot.
Thanks. I like
I'm
you
not even
too.
saying that because the camera's on.
That's nice.
I think Matt wants to be cancelled. How about... Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think you care.
No, I do care. I don't want to be cancelled.
I don't care.
Going to Rome in September, says Kurt. Might as well go to Paris with you guys. We would freaking love to have you.
So here's the thing. The way they do the pricing, too, like if you're already in Europe, you don't have to do the air part, and you could just join us on the land excursion, which is awesome. And we'd love to have any of you Europeans with us, especially if you speak French. That would help.
Is Cameron Bertuzzi going?
He can if he wants.
What if we give him a free pass if he becomes Catholic?
We don't have a free pass.
Oh, crap. What if we pay
All right, what if we all pitch in and buy Cameron a flight
Catholic.
if he becomes Catholic?
LM says Dominican Rite. I think he will hopefully celebrate Holy Mass
he will if
in
we
the
ask.
Dominican Rite. Does he know how to do that?
Yeah,
Father Gregory
he did
Pine
it.
does.
Father Joseph Anthony did it at our house.
No, that was Father Gregory Pine.
Oh,
I'm waiting for you to realize that you're wrong.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
There it is.
I'm sure Father Joseph Anthony knows how to do it too.
So, as good as our marriage is, it's super satisfying when you can watch your spouse see that they're wrong and you're right.
Oh, no, you're right. That was Father Gregory Pine. Father Joseph Anthony is a history buff, so he's really excited about talking. So the only thing, no offense to the people that led my group last time, but I felt like the pilgrimage was really good and beautiful, and then I was like, oh, and we randomly went to Normandy one day. I felt like it didn't belong with the rest of the group, and I said that to Father Joseph Anthony, but he's a Thomas Aquinas nerd, obviously, and then also a huge history nerd, and he's like, I promise you I will tie them together and make it come alive, especially for your kids. So awesome. I have a son who's a total history nerd as well.
You think he is?
Liam? Oh, yeah. Well, he has a huge interest in it.
Susie says, hi, I'm from England. Have you ever been? Yes, I love your country so much.
Mm-hmm.
I thought London was kind of gross. I'm not sorry.
Fair.
But when I went out into the country, into what England probably was 50 years ago, I was so in love. I had such a wonderful time. Yeah. I'm so sorry I butcher your language, by the way.
That's fair. Yeah, you do butcher our language. We butcher their language too. Someone loves the background. Thank you.
Yes.
Among the
nice
lilies. It actually would be a really cute background for a bathroom.
Okay, Francesco says, would love to come. Hope to find someone to join me. Yes, marry someone quickly. This is a great reason to marry someone. Or it's a great
way to... No. It's a great way to meet a single
lady
on the trip.
Yes, it's a singles cruise.
This is actually... It's not a singles cruise.
So
married couples can come too. But here's the deal. If you like someone, I personally will help make sure that you get to sit by that beautiful girl at one of the meals.
My wife is really good at hooking people up.
I am great at matchmaking.
Matchmaking, not hooking people up.
Yeah, I don't hook people up.
Fornication's a sin, y'all.
Matchmake, and my kids have been flower girls and friends that we've match-made wedding.
John the Catholic says, by the way, I just love that we talk over each other. So if I start talking over you, feel free to just poke me.
No, but if you are single, this is a great way to meet a beautiful lady or gentleman that's for the gentleman. Ladies, a great way to meet a solid Catholic guy.
John the Catholic says, maybe I could join you. I plan to go to Lourdes and live near Cologne. Sweet, come join us.
Oh, yeah. And you can write and ask if you can join us to Jess and Lourdes. And if you can't, we're thinking about maybe staying longer. Do you have recommendations of where we should go?
Holy crap, bum. Someone just gave us $50.
Oh, wow. Well, you should read
We should give you a lot of attention. Here, we'll put you up. Oh, wow. Let's do this.
Well, let's read what they said.
Thank you, Matt, you glorious mongrel. Are you a seminarian? Let's put him up here. Wouldn't that be fun?
Is he a seminarian?
I don't know. He's got
got a collar on.
Maybe he's a priest.
That's fun.
God bless both of you. Thank you for your witness. The Dr. Morris episode was fire. So grateful for it. Please pray for our mission group, college students. We are headed to... Is that... I can't read. Peru. They're going to Peru.
They're going to Peru tomorrow. Yay.
Thank you kindly. That's
Father
so
Matt
kind
or
of
seminarian Matt.
Hey, Lucia says, can I join if
Wait, why don't you say a prayer for his group right now?
In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. O Heavenly King, Comforter, Spirit of Truth, everywhere present and filling all things, you are the treasury of blessing and the giver of life. Come and dwell within us. Cleanse us of all stain and save our souls, O gracious one.
Lord, bless the college students that are going with Father Matt or seminarian Matt to Peru tomorrow. Be with them, bless them, minister to each of their hearts, prepare them for this trip, and bless those that they will be ministering to.
Listen to this.
Amen.
This fella says... Fernando says, seriously, for the additional charge, we should get hooked up. Okay, Lucia, I think it's Lucia, says, can I join from Germany? First of all,
yes.
I love I love German accents on girls.
You don't like it on guys?
I don't like any accent on guys.
Well, you don't like Australian accent on girls, which worked out really well for me.
Don't say that. There could be some Australian Sheilas.
Oh. Well, for me, it worked out well. Maybe it's just South Australia girls who didn't like their accent.
But I love the German accents. When they speak English, oh my gosh.
The French accent's really good, too. Like, everyone on the cruise ship had great accents. And they were really cute about saying their English wasn't very good, but they actually were really good. But then they would use the wrong word. So they would say, what was an example of one of the things that they would say? Like, over the speakers, they wish you a good morning as you wake up. And your morning whatever is ready for you. And but they kept saying, I'll think of it. There was a few things they said wrong. And we're like, you shouldn't say that. Just, this is the word you're looking for.
I think I know what you're talking about. Because you mentioned it to me, but now I've forgotten.
I can't remember. Anyhow.
As someone who just discerned out of seminary, I think I just was sold on the Catholic matchmaking.
Yeah, come along. We accept former seminarians.
If my wife doesn't
matchmake
you with somebody, she will give you a refund.
What if it's only guys? Then I'm not going to matchmake them with another guy.
I feel like, no, there'll be a bunch of women.
Oh, no, I think we'll have a lot of single girls.
Okay, this fella says, Rotulio, I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, we just got a super chat. These people are so fantastic. I feel like my country, Spain, is finished. No God, no patriotism, no values, no morals, no knowledge of our great past and history. Yes, okay, be a rebel. Glory to Jesus Christ.
But I think there's still hope. We've been in pretty horrible spots before, too.
Well, there might not be any hope for your country regaining its Catholicism, but you can be saved, and you can help others be saved, and you can help whoever you can help. And learn about your history.
You're close to France, so if you come... Oh, was it a female?
No, I don't think so.
Well, if you come on the cruise in France, we'll find you a spouse.
Sheila,
And then you could bring them back to Spain, and The two of you could be the solid Catholics in your country. And save it.
Why does Matt make the sign of the cross from right to left? Because I went to a Byzantine church forever, and that's why.
Breathing out of both sets of the lungs, the east and the west.
Mr. Scott would love to come, but poor. You'll have to stream a bunch of crews so us poor slobs can see it.
Oh, so actually, I did a live from the cruise ship over on Among the Lilies. If you want to see it, I did it. You have to scroll back through a while ago, but it says from France. Yeah, so if you either go to Among the Lilies or just search Cameron Fradd, you'll find it and you can watch it live. But we'll do it live over there too, for sure.
Kurt says, wait till you hear my heavy Swiss German accent. It will melt your heart. I don't think so, because it looks like you're a dude. I'm not melted by any dude's accent. Sorry.
Any accent's better than none. That's fair.
Thank you. You're fired for the super chat. That's super kind of you. German accents are the worst. Okay. I don't think so. Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, thank you.
Most people on the internet suck. So
but not so you,
cool
Margaret.
You.
Margaret, you're lovely.
By the way,
are you single? You should come on this cruise. I got a guy in the chat for you.
Tell Margaret what one of my favorite names is for Sheila's.
Margaret.
I love
Margaret Mary is what he wanted one of our kids to be. Which hindsight, we probably should have done it. If we adopt a girl, it could be Margaret Mary. How about that?
Poke me really hard. We're trying to adopt someone from Ukraine right now. I've been on Catholic Match, and a ton of girls are all big fans. Man, if only I was single, I could meet these girls in Catholic Match. No one was into me when I was like 17.
Do you want people to be into you now?
That'd be kind of nice, a bit flattering.
I'm into you. I've always been super into you since I met you.
No one's ever... Yeah, well, they're not saying they're into me, to be fair. They're into Pints of the Aquinas. Okay, here's a great Catholic matchmaking website that we would highly promote. What's it called?
Catholic Chemistry.
CatholicChemistry.com.
Although in general, I'd much rather you meet people in real life. So come on the cruise. I will introduce you to beautiful Catholics. We had one of my patron members, actually, true story, met up with one of my patron members. So her and Alyssa Walsh, Matt Walsh's wife, was one of my patrons, and then this other girl was one of my patrons.
Okay, first of all, what a name drop. Matt Walsh's wife was one of your patrons. That's awesome.
It's true, and she's lovely. She's a great person. Anyhow, the two of them met up with me and some of my friends in at March for Life in DC, and then I introduced my friend to them. My friend has a son, I forgot how old he was at the time, but said, hey, I'm in the market for a daughter-in-law. Are you single? Very first thing she said to her future daughter-in-law. They met through us at March for Life, and now they're married, and she's expecting her second baby, which is really fun. So
that's awesome.
That's much better, but of the Catholic websites, I do think Catholic Chemistry is the best of them. A friend of ours founded it.
Chuck Gallucci.
Yeah.
Now, this fella sent us a super chat. It was so kind of you. You really don't have to do that. But thank you so much for doing that, I guess. Is it international? Isabel says, yeah, come.
Yes. Yeah, there's two different prices. One is for your ticket from the U.S.
Can you tell I'm blind? Look at how I'm squinting to read these things.
Well, in fairness to you, it's written really small. Could you make that thing bigger?
Yeah. Oh,
the print's still small.
All right.
Oh, Carmen. I don't like that name. No offense, Carmen.
Whoa!
I was always...
Holy
okay,
crap, why would you say
I'm sorry,
that?
but can I tell you why? Because when I was a kid, everyone would always be like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And I'm like, my name's Cameron. My name's not even Carmen.
Oh, look at her. She's so beautiful, though. She's
me?
just having brekkie. That's what we call
Brekkie. Oh, that's lovely.
Australia shortens everything except the word conjunctivitis.
Yep.
Which means pink eye.
And aluminium.
That's true, too.
Yeah. We say aluminum and then pink eye. Right. Carmen, your name's great. I'm sorry. It's just an old childhood wound. Not womb. Childhood wound.
Oh my gosh, there's so many people.
Whenever you get made fun of for another name that's not even yours, it like hurts double as bad, I think.
Let's see. This fella, or Sheila, Margaret.
That's okay if you're not Catholic,
I'm
but you're
widowed
still looking for a good
with 3
spouse.
kids.
You can still come.
Not a hot commodity. Well, you can still come. We'd love to have you.
You have a great name, Margaret. Come. Get a babysitter. Come. Depending on how old
the
your kids
Fradds
are.
are matchmakers. We could go with Fradd makers. No, we shouldn't. That's a bad name.
We made Fradds. We're the Fradd makers.
We just got another super chat. Shut the front door.
All right, well, read it.
Greetings from Sydney. Thank you so much. Stop sending us money. We don't want your money.
That's fun. Welcome, Ian.
So kind
but it makes you read their thing.
It does,
that's true. So, did you have some others that you wanted to read?
See, Emily says agreed. What is she agreeing to? I don't know.
Probably a comment up above.
Until when can we apply? That's a good question.
Yes. So right now, patrons can apply. So if you go to patreon.com/AmongTheLilies
or follow me on Patreon or locals, you can apply right now. It's for free for supporters before it's free.
But then everyone can sign up in like a week.
Yeah.
A week from today, you can sign up.
All right. Look at this person here. They said they banished you from Twitter.
Yes,
I was suspended from Twitter for stating a fact.
Yeah.
But I've now been unsuspended.
Oh, Eastern Catholic.
Can you read that for me?
I'm an Eastern Catholic, former Roman. I've been struggling with Orthodoxy for years. Will you pray for me to stay faithful? Sorry, topic bomb.
Oh, beautiful.
Just couldn't resist the possibility to get your prayers. Tell them why they should stay Catholic and not become Orthodox.
Because I think you can be an Orthodox in union with Rome, right? You can maintain the biblical and patristic belief in the papacy while having the spiritual heritage of the Orthodox Church. So no need to leave.
Oh my goodness, right there, that one.
What's that?
Get out of my movie.
What?
Louise from Net. Wow, from Net back in 2000.
Who's
yes,
Louise?
You and your husband can totally come. That's awesome.
You know them?
Yes, from forever and ever ago, former life, back when I did Net in 2000. You used to get called Carmel. Thanks, Carmen. We're in agreement. Carmel.
The Fradd makers. That's what we can call it. We'll start a new website. Make a ton of money. That is Neil
Donahoe.
Donahoe.
This is all...
What the hell are you doing here?
Neil.
This is Catholic Jamie. Why are you agreeing? What does it even mean, Neil? What does that mean? Oh, Fradd makers. We didn't hook him and his girlfriend up.
No, but we like her and we approve. We're giving...
She's
great.
And
Neil, here's the thing.
Just be careful what you're about to say.
Well, I got to tell him something.
All right.
So just so you know, Neil, I heard that your sister is in a really beautiful, serious relationship. So I just don't want your little sister to, get married before you. Or maybe she will. But just so you know, I feel like there's like a race going there.
We just got a thumbs down. What did we possibly say that merited a thumbs down? You bastard. No, it's fine. Hey, if you're
I'm sorry. We have 102 thumbs up. So
it's totally the critic law.
I'm happy with it.
There's 191 people here right now. 186. Okay, fluctuates. If you're just joining us, we're leading a river cruise in France next year, and you can join us and eat croissants and drink wine and smoke cigars with my wife. I don't smoke cigars. She does. Join us. She doesn't. She's not listening. But
I'm sorry. I'm reading different things.
Anyway, we would love you to come.
Yes,
so click the link in the description and learn more.
We would love to have you. Eastern Catholics and Roman Catholics and non-Catholics are all invited to come. It's going to be. It's going to be.
Hey, look,
pretty...
we got another super chat. Boom! These people are incredible. Oh, it's Canadian though, so $5. It's like 25 cents. I'm just
Stop.
joking.
That's
the way inflation's taking place in America. Canadians will be beating us soon. Hey, Matt, I came to Christ, and your podcast literally helped me with so much.
Greetings from Saskatchewan.
Thank you.
Whenever I meet anyone from Canada, I always ask where they're from, and they just give their province, and I'm like, oh yeah, but where in the province? And they're like, no American ever knows our geography.
You do.
We've seen more of your country than most of y'all.
This fella says, Matt, if it's too hard to read, said it. Okay, it's not that it's going too fast, it's that I don't have my spectacles.
Do you want me to go find your glasses? Eastern Catholic also saying stay in union with Rome.
Let's read it. You read it because I can't.
I am also an Eastern Catholic, Byzantine,
Malachite
from Alabama, prayers, brother, Orthodox in communion with Rome. Hi from Ireland, St. Patrick, that's appropriate. Shots fired, Neil? I
don't know. Is there mass on the boat?
Yes.
Every day.
No, I don't know if we actually have it on the boat, but we do it in beautiful churches because we're in France and there's so many gorgeous churches. Tons of them are called Notre Dame, but they're not the Notre Dame Cathedral. We'll do them in beautiful churches.
This question from Chris. Seasickness. Now, I'll be honest, I do get seasick. So
here's the thing, you won't get seasick. That's another beautiful thing about the river cruise. Are you ready? Normal cruise ships move like this. The river cruise ship moves like this.
That's much slower.
Yes,
than the other one.
It's very, very slow. And nobody will get seasick. It moves so slow, and it's normally at night. The only time I think anyone remotely, I'm very sensitive, remotely would feel seasick is if you were eating in the dining room and you were facing the wrong way. You want to face forward.
Lucia from Germany says, is 20 too young to join? Are you kidding?
Oh, no, you can come. Yeah, totally come. You can be any age.
We would love you to come.
We're bringing 2 teenagers and 2 non-teenagers. But yeah, you can totally join us. We had the last cruise ship, we had this lovely woman from California, and she brought her 2 teenage daughters. And then we had kids that were 18, 19, 20. Yeah, there was young adults. I think technically you can drink. You don't have to be 21. Who knows the drinking age in France?
Okay, this fella's asking about the Latin Mass. Can you text our priest and ask him if he'll celebrate the Dominican Rite? Because the Dominican Rite is in Latin. So it's not the Tridentine Mass, but it is a Latin Mass.
Father Joseph Anthony.
Let's see. Can you talk more on international payment? Yeah, so what if you're from... Here's what you want to do. Click the link, and that'll give you details on how to contact the people who are running this thing. You can either phone them or email them, and they'll give you all the details you need that are specific to your particular instance.
Doing it live on YouTube.
Zippy the Unicorn.
That's an interesting name.
Have you seen what's happened to France? It's been nice knowing you, Matt.
Oh, what does that mean?
Probably that France is like in the toilet like everything else.
That's fair, but there's some really beautiful churches and beautiful...
Zippy says drinking age in France is 7.
We will not be letting our children...
Kurt is 20! Look at this! Okay, Kurt is 20. The Sheila from Germany is 20.
There we go.
Father can celebrate their marriage.
Pretty much.
On the boat.
That'd be fun. We could have a wedding on the ship.
I would be so proud.
We have to approve of you guys together first. I'm not agreeing to this now. I need to meet you both separately, pray about it, see you together and how you interact.
Could you get my glasses from by my suitcase? It's in that little black one without the legs on them.
Yeah, just so you know, that was the chair that made that noise as I kissed it out.
My wife didn't fart. If we're curious about bringing our kids, that's a good question. Can they bring their kids?
How old are they?
How old are they? I need to know that. Why would Rachel say wow? Fellas and Sheila's, you got to give us context to your comments. I don't know what wow could possibly...
Will these work?
Oh, those are so embarrassing, those glasses.
Well, you look good. It doesn't matter. I like these.
All right, these are glasses that I wear when no one's looking, so shut up.
Sorry, I didn't think it mattered what they look like. Okay, so as far as kids go, yes, you can bring your children. There is a minimum age. I want to say maybe it's 5. But the cruise ship doesn't...
We don't care though, do we?
We don't care. No, not at all. Bring any age.
Just call them...
I was hoping that they could bring babies because I was talking to some women, but babies are not allowed, unfortunately. The minimum age, I want to say is 5, but the age that they recommend is 8 and up.
Look at this. We're making Chris's wife proud. He says, my wife is the cutest thing. She said she's proud of me because you all read several of my comments out loud. How blessed am I?
Okay, so tell your wife... She just needs to come with you to France, and then we can talk in person and not just read your comments, because it would be more fun to actually have your wife in front of me and chatting. We'll do dinner together one night. Sit at the same table.
Gandalf. Next question. I love you guys. That's so nice.
Thank you.
Oh, she's saying wow because we said they could get married.
Yeah, you probably can't get married.
If I get married on a boat in France, my parents will be mad.
That's fair.
Dude,
how about
you're 20,
you can get
so
engaged?
I'm gonna suck it up.
You could get engaged on the ship, but not married.
What is a good book to prepare for Catholic dating after ending a relationship? I have no idea.
Oh, you know what? I think Sarah Swafford's Emotional Purity, maybe?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. That's all that came in my head. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. I think that's very much.
Joe says glasses to match the sandals. He's making fun of my Birkenstocks, the bastard.
I just bought a pair of Birks, but mine are silver. So they're prettier than yours.
Guys actually go to Provence and eat olives and go, I really want cheese tonight.
I bought a huge thing of goat cheese from Kroger. It's downstairs.
We can do that tonight, you and me.
Yep. Olives are really good too. I like that. The wine, oh my goodness, guys, the different wines in France are so good. And they pair them. They pair the wine with your dinner. So every night at dinner, you choose if you want a meat, seafood, or a vegetarian plate. And then they tell you exactly what it is and the descriptions on the menu. and it's all in English. So you order, and then you have appetizers, you have that, you have wine, and they tell you what wine you want compared to what you're eating. So
Nice.
if you try to order red wine with the fish, they will give you a French snob look and like, you don't want to do that. No, do this.
I mean, I wouldn't call them snobs, but you do what you want.
They're lovely people, but they pair the food correctly.
Alex says, "Wow, those glasses are really something." Shut up, Alex. Okay, it's all that I had to wear.
Hey, you got another Australian.
I will go if Trent Horn goes as well. Cameron, tell people your favorite Trent Horn Matt Fradd story. What is it? I don't know. There's got to be one.
Okay, my favorite Trent Horn Matt Fradd story is one day when my wonderful husband had his friend over to watch cartoons. Oh, yeah. And the two of them were sitting down on the floor watching the TV. In fairness, it was very nice. They were on the floor because our kids were sleeping. They were taking a nap, so they had the volume turned low. So they're sitting on the floor watching, and they're eating a bag of chips.
No, we weren't. We were eating wings. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and we were watching DC comic
But do you remember what I came out and said?
Yeah, what did you say? You boys want some?
I'm like, do you boys want me to get you some juice boxes?
Yeah.
To watch your cartoons.
That's so funny.
I would love Trent and Laura to come. That would be so much fun.
Well, tell them to.
We'll do another trip with Trent and Laura in the future.
Gabriel says, "G'day, Matt." G'day from Oz. Matt, coming back anytime soon? I'd love to come back. You should organise a tour with Perusia Media. Okay, you'll be excited about this. The head of Perusia Media will be on my show in studio this July, Charbel. So maybe I'll try and pressure him on air
to get you back.
But see, I don't think anyone wants an Aussie to speak to Aussies. That's the thing. It's like it's exotic when you get a Yank to come and speak.
I'll speak with you. We'll do a double thing.
All right. Matt,
my accent's
difference
American
between
enough.
A high and poppy and a bogan. I don't know what a high and poppy is, but a bogan do you know what bogan means?
I think so, but I don't want to say it.
A bogan is okay. So I'm going to use offensive language here. Everyone can just go ahead and get over it, but.
But you asked, so. It's
kind of like Americans would talk about maybe rednecks or white trash.
Yeah,
I know neither of those are good, but bogan is like, bagan. I consider myself a bit of a bogan.
You wear your singlet?
Hey, there's Neil! Singlet? Neil's back. This is Catholic Jamie, everybody. Are you allowed to come if we are in a serious, committed relationship, or do we have... Really, we should give Neil a free trip.
Neil, you can still come. You can come. For free? No, he can't. Our spots are full. For him? Because that's really expensive. It's $5,000. Yes. You pay him well.
Screw you,
Neil, come on. So listen, you can come, Neil, but you and your girlfriend, if you're not married, need separate rooms. But you can bring a guy to room with, and she could bring a girl to room with.
Neil, I'm going to see if I can get you a free trip. If I bring my 20, I'll pay for it. That's what I mean by free trip.
Matt, that's a lot of money.
But he'll film stuff.
And we have our whole family.
People want to meet Catholic Neil. Catholic Jamie.
All right.
Joe Rogan Neil. If I bring my 28-year-old son, can you find a wife for him?
We will look. If he is eligible,
we can't promise.
We can't promise.
Your son might be trash.
But if your son's awesome and solid Catholic, there's a good chance he'll meet a beautiful lady there.
Look at this fella. Zippy says, hang your head in shame because Crocs are worse than, or Birks worse than Crocs. Screw you, Zippy.
No, Crocs are way worse than Birks. I disagree.
Screw you. If St. Francis were alive today, he'd totally be rocking Birkenstocks.
That's true.
I don't know if that's a plus or not. There are so many questions. It's hard to keep up. Lebanon, bless you. Thank you for being here. Hey, here's a question, says Anglican Aesthetics. What does it look like for Matt to be the head of the household? Great. This is fantastic. I didn't read it ahead of time. What does it look like for Matt to be the head of the household and Cameron to be the body? Asking for a young married man. Go for it, my love.
Why don't you go first and then I'll go after? Since you are the head, I'm going to let you speak first.
I would highly recommend that you check out St. John Chrysostom's commentary on Ephesians 5. It's the most beautiful reflection on that verse that I've ever read. He says that wives should not seek to be the head of the household, nor should they persist in stubbornly contradicting their husbands. And so the family is not a democracy. It's not like everybody has an equal say. It's husband, and then the marriage, and then the children. But then he spends a lot of time talking about why husbands should die for their brides. Mm-hmm. And he even says this. He says, if the wife disrespects you, she insults you in public, what should you do? You do your duty. That's his words. You die for her. You love her like Christ loved the church. And he says, you don't bring her into submission through threats or violence, but by pouring yourself out for her. Because I think when a lot of modern, not just modern, but I think when women hear that verse, submit to your husband, they think, or they can think, submit to tyranny or submit to someone who doesn't have your good in mind. And no one should submit to someone who hates them, right? And so a wife should submit to her husband, and a husband should love his wife as Christ loves the church. And my loving you kind of, I think, gives you the courage to submit to my leadership. What do you think, love?
Yeah, I think that to submit to your husband is not to be a doormat. I think is one thing. I think we had Ephesians 5 read at our wedding, and I love it because I need to be under his mission, and his mission is to love me as Christ loves the church. How does Christ love the church? By dying for love of her, and he's called to do the same for me, and I need to love him and respect him. And I think sometimes people take it too far, or they think I need to never ever argue with my husband or say no to something. And it's not, in some ways it's that, but it's not, but it's bringing your opinion forward and letting them know, like, okay, this is, like, I don't ask permission to get groceries.
You've never led me astray. You've been such a blessing in my life. And whenever you feel strongly about something, I listen to you because you're usually right. I love you.
Yeah, and I think certain women are allergic to this because they think it means this extreme. And so someone's asked me, I'm going to do an episode with Kimberly Hahn on this, because Kimberly Hahn is a beautiful, strong, powerhouse woman and force to be reckoned with. Very submissive in her family. Like, she's the
queen.
She's the queen. Yeah. And Scott loves her, and she makes Scott the man he is, right? He couldn't be the man he is without her.
Yeah, what's up?
You may have an ice pop, yes. Or what do you think?
That's look at you.
You like how I do that?
I like it.
It's his call if they want to have an ice pop or not.
But I would really recommend checking out Ephesians 5 because and St. John Chrysostom's commentary on that. Do you remember me reading that?
Yeah, no, it was really very beautiful. Good. I think there's also, so like part of why I didn't like the movie from last night that we already talked about earlier, the bad guy, the main murderer, really bad guy, kept quoting scripture, and it really annoyed me because he was a horrible person who murdered people. And I think people that say be submissive to your husband and like kind of have more of an iron fist, it bothers me. And I think that's why women are like, oh, repulsed by it, because it's people that almost make it such a big thing. And it's like, that's what allows abuse. Like, abuse isn't okay, whether it's verbal or physical. Right. And I think sometimes when we're hearing...
But I also think, just like it's not an excuse for me to cease to love you as Christ loves you if you don't submit, it's also not an excuse for you to not submit if I don't love you the way I ought to. There's still a burden placed upon you that I think needs to be emphasized because of the modern culture in which we live. Look, and I always say this when I talk about this, we're trying to answer the question, how does a wife submit to her husband in a day and age where we don't know what women are, apparently.
Right, no.
We don't know what men are.
No.
And we do, but
and
modern
don't
man
know what
doesn't.
marriage is.
And we don't know what marriage is. So it's going to be somewhat jarring for people. But, yeah. So I guess I'd say that. John the Catholic said, love you interview with Abigail Pavale. I love Abigail, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Jar says, bro, why are you soy facing in the thumbnail? Bad look. Shut up.
What's soy facing?
It's like when you look like a beta male. You just give a stupid look.
I've never heard of
It's
that.
because I'm more confident than you are in my masculinity. Jar, probably because isn't a Zoomer that cares. Yeah, suck it, Jar. All right. Oh, look at this. Buenos tardes. How do you say that? From Florida, the greatest state in the union. I wouldn't disagree. As someone who recently left the prosperity gospel, I'm extremely grateful for your content. Thank you kindly.
Praise God.
Thank you kindly. Why do Indian Roman Catholic priests say having a girlfriend is sin? Well, it depends what you mean by girlfriend. Like, if you're engaging in relations that are only appropriate to marriage, then it would be. But if you're
just
discerning marriage, that's
that it's not
different.
I think that's why some people use the word courting. Like we're courting, we're in a relationship, we're just starting marriage, as opposed from dating in the secular world.
Yeah. All right, fellas, ladies, we got 192 people watching. What's up? If you're new here, click the link in the description, learn about this River Cruise to France we're doing next summer.
It's
you
going to
can
be
join
amazing.
us.
Optional trip to Lourdes.
It's going to be great. We're going to eat croissants in the morning. We're going to do book studies with me and you, and we're going to smoke cigars and drink wine and hang out and go see Therese of Lisieux.
And lots of amazing, beautiful saints.
Well, her tomb.
One of my favorite places last time was Rouen, because that's where Joan of Arc was burned at the stake. And we went and we were praying there, and it was so beautiful to know that like she died for love. You know, like she was, I don't know, she's just I love her. She's my patron saint. When I was in high school, before getting confirmed, we were told all about these women saints, and I didn't really relate to any of them. And then I heard of Joan of Arc, and I was like, yes. Like, I just felt like she captured more my spirit, and I just love her, and she's amazing and beautiful. And it was so neat to go there and to be where she died, and to see the dirt there and touch it, and like this is where her ashes were, and just amazing and beautiful. And I bought really cute boots in that town.
You did. Those are sweet.
Yeah, mainly because it was cobblestone, and I borrowed my friend's boots, and my feet really hurt, so I bought a new.
James says, "I'm very grateful for your approach and the conversations that you've had on here. You definitely played a part in bringing me out of hyper-traditionalism." Well, I'm not sure what you mean by hyper-traditionalism, but provided you're a faithful Catholic, glory to Jesus Christ. Here's a good question for you, because you're one of the most confident people I've ever met, Cameron. What's the difference between pride and confidence? When does confidence become pride?
I think confidence is more in knowing who the Lord created you to be and doing what he's called you to be. So Joan of Arc, we were just talking about her. I'm not afraid. It was for this that I was born, right? So not being fearful, but like, yes, Lord, you have given me the grace and the strength to do this. So an easy way of seeing this is in a really good musician. So you see someone that plays, and it flows out of them. This gift is not for them. It's not so they can hear themselves sing well or play well. It is for everyone around them. And everyone around them is listening and is like, oh, and is moved by the beauty of the music that's coming out of them, right? And they're doing it for love of God, for love of you, for listening. That's doing it with confidence. They're very good. But if they're like, look at me, I'm so awesome. Guys, you have to hear me play. I am so great. Let me tell you how I'm the greatest thing ever. And they play and they're like all about themselves. I don't think you enjoy their music as much, because it's not, right? Is that a good example?
Well, what you're sharing, I think C.S. Lewis says that humility doesn't mean thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less.
Yes.
You're one of the most confident people I've ever met, but you're also one of the most selfless people I've ever met. So you're very confident, like you know what you can do, and you'll do it if no one else will do it, or you'll do it if you think you can do it better than somebody else. But I've also seen you fail a lot, right?
I do fail.
Even in little things, like when you say something and you say the wrong thing, or you'll do something and it fails.
I almost said magician instead of musician.
But what's cool about you is that you don't get embarrassed. Like if I tried some of the things you try and failed, it would crush me. And that's a sign of my pride. You do things, and sometimes they work. Many of the times they do. Most of the times they do. Sometimes they don't. And when it doesn't, you're like, eh. And you feel a little weird, awkward, but not for long. And I think that's a sign of your humility.
Thanks, Sonny. That's sweet.
Hello, Pints, guys, and Mrs. Pints. Sweet. All right, guys. I think we should get going. What do you reckon? We gotta go eat cheese and drink wine.
Confidence. I know it's hard. I want to go, but I also feel like, oh, these people wrote stuff. I feel like we need a comment. Have you met any solid Catholics from New Hampshire or Maine? I'm originally from Massachusetts. And actually, I know some really solid Catholics in Maine. So yes, it doesn't matter. And same with the girl earlier who said she was from Spain. Even if you're in a country or a state where you're like, there's no solid Catholics, look around, you can find them. There are actually some really beautiful ones.
Sorry. Here's a good question from Zippy the Unicorn. How many are you expecting for this trip? It's a great question.
It's a very small ship, and so the maximum people on the ship is 100, and our family and the priests already take up 10 spots, so there's only 90 spots to sign up, maybe even 85. I'm not positive, but yeah, it's limited. Bring your wife, bring a friend, it's for anyone. You could be early 20s. You could be in your 90s, but you need to be able to get around. You need to be able to walk. really well. My grandmother does like little 5-pound weights. I don't think she could do it now, but she could have done the trip probably 5 years ago easily.
Look at this. Chris just said, sorry to cut you off, but he said, my wife is going to make it happen.
Yay! Oh, that's so fun.
Make your wife come with you, of course.
Yeah, Chris, bring your wife. I want to meet her.
Here's a good question for you, darling, from Joe. How do you deal with hard pregnancy? My wife is pregnant with our second and having a really bad time. I don't know what that means.
I had that too, yeah.
Any advice on handling as husband and wife?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He's wondering, like, for you, giving him advice, being the husband of a really sick wife.
I don't understand what this thing is. What's that?
So she's crazy sick in her first trimester. I had this too. I can't remember which thing it was in my pregnancy. So first trimester, I'm crazy sick. I vomit nonstop and I get dehydrated. I have to go in and get bags of fluid. I was on medication, different things. And then my third trimester, so I'm decent in my second trimester. Third trimester, I have contractions nonstop and I keep going into the hospital thinking that I'm having early labor and they give me shots of stuff to try to reset my body. So she's suffering from one of these. I think it's the early end, the crazy sickness. How did you deal with me being so sick?
I don't know. Probably not as well as I should have, but I guess I would say try to seek comfort and encouragement from fellow brothers, and recognize that when you fail to be patient, or that to acknowledge that, to go to confession and to get up and keep trying, and just to be honest about how difficult it is for you as well, because it is a real cross for you, and sometimes sharing that with your wife, and if she's in a place to hear it, can be helpful. Yeah, you said she's pregnant with number 2, so I'm assuming your other child's really young. So I remember locking myself in the bathroom because Matt had to go to work, and I would lock myself and Liam in the back room. My oldest was 9 months when I got pregnant. So from the time he was 9 months to like almost a year old, when Matt was gone at work, I would lock us in the bathroom. And at one point, he started thinking it was a fun game, and he'd go over to the toilet and go, blah. But I bring toys in and a book, and I just lay on the floor in the bathroom. And he was safe in the bathroom. It was a small bathroom, and we just hang out there until Matt got home from work. And then it was like, here, I need you to take him. I need to go lay in bed. I think one thing is affirm your wife and tell her, honey, you're doing amazing right now. You are growing our child in your womb. It's okay that the dishes aren't done. It's okay that the room's a mess, whatever it is, affirming her. And because I think as the sick woman, it's like, I should be able to get more done. I should have dinner ready. And it's like, honey, it's okay. We're going to get Green Chef, or we're going to get delivery food. Like whatever you need to do to lighten the load for her, do it. And let her know that like you're growing our baby. And that's the most important thing you could be doing right now. And if you have friends that can come over and be with her during the day and help her. We had a friend who had a 10-year-old daughter when I was pregnant with our third, and we had 2 littles. And Matt would talk to him often and say, would you mind dropping your daughter off? Because she was homeschooled. And so he would drop her off when he went to work, and then she'd stay with me most of the day, and the dad would pick her up that evening. And that was the best time because I had a 10-year-old that could pretty much look after my 2 littles, and I could stay in the bathroom getting sick or lay in bed and take naps, and just be patient with her and let her know it's not her fault that she's sick. Some women are way sicker than others in pregnancy, and just loving her in that, and being supportive is huge. Yeah. All right. We should probably get going soon. Yeah. I want to go. Okay. I'm tired of being on this live stream. Okay. But let's take a few more. Oh, wait. Father Joseph Anthony texted back. Ooh, what'd he say? He hasn't yet, but he needs to practice. Well, tell him to hurry up. Well, practice now, buddy. Lauren says, how do you justify how going to strip clubs is wrong? Had an argument in my shop the other day. They said if their wives don't mind, it's okay. And they also said religious moral is invalid. All right, so when I was about 17 years old, my friends and I would drive to the big city of Adelaide. And when we were there, we would usually find ourselves at a strip club. It was usually me encouraging my friends to go. And I remember us standing outside of the strip club, waiting to go in and getting up the courage to go in because we didn't have our identifications. And so, well, we weren't 18, right? So we were afraid of being rejected. And we had a friend, I don't care if I say his name, Aidan Matthews. And Aidan never came with us, if I remember correctly. He would usually go to a coffee shop or something and say, I'll meet you after. And I remember feeling really threatened by this. I said, do you think you're better than us? And he should have said, yeah, definitely. But I think he said something like, no, I just don't think you paying money to women to pretend to like you is all that masculine. And I think that really unveiled how cowardly and wimpy and pathetic and emasculating that activity is. Paying women money to pretend to like you is about as pathetic as it gets. And so strip clubs are despicable, pathetic places for weak, spineless men.
I have a friend whose husband's in the military, or was military, and a pilot. And I can't remember if it was when he was in the military or commercial pilot. But at one point they were talking about all the guys going to strip joints and things like that, and kind of like, come on, are you too goody two-shoe or something to come? And he said something similar. He's like, no, I just have an amazingly beautiful, awesome wife at home.
You friggin' idiot.
I couldn't be bothered wasting my time. Yeah, kind of like he was so much better than them, and he wasn't afraid to kind of let them know.
Here's a good question. T says, so, if Matt had been wearing those glasses when you first met, would you even be married now?
Yes, because I love him for him, not for his eyesight and his glasses. I don't mind the glasses. They're fine.
Sean says, hey, Matt, serious question. Would you ever consider having a Jehovah's Witness, a Mormon, Muslim on my channel? Yes. Yes, of course. All right. I think we're done.
Yep.
I want to go be with you. I'm kind of tired of this.
No, our kids are eating ice pops, and it's dinner time.
Click the link in the description below. Learn more about this summer trip to France.
Next summer.
Yeah, next summer.
Next summer, join us in France on a river cruise.
God bless you.
Peace out.
Bye.